Okay, YouTube. Today we're going to go over how to beat Guzzlord Raid in Pokemon Go. Now, Guzzlord is a dark dragon type Pokemon, which means it's going to be double weak to Fairy, and it's going to be single weak to Fighting, Bug, Ice, and Dragon. But most of the time, you're going to use Fairy, especially if you get cloudy weather. So before we start, let's go over the move sets on it real quick. It has Snarl, Dragon Tail for the fast moves, so a Darken Dragon, and then for the charge moves, it has Dragon Claw, Crunch, Brutal Swing. So those are the dark moves. And Sludge Bomb. So when you're using fairies, you just gotta watch out for Sludge Bomb. The other moves are the fairies gonna do really well against it. And this thing could be a solo if you have a top team. You don't even need a best friend boost or anything like that. You don't even need weather boosts. This is more like a Blissey type Pokemon. It's not that hard to take down in raids. I was looking at it in cloudy weather. You could probably even solo this with level 20 Pokemon. If you get cloudy and you use like Mega Gardevoir, and if you have, I think the easiest way is like with Xerneas. If you have like these level 20 Xerneas, I think this is 25. Is this 25? No, these are 20s. Yeah, yeah. If you have level 20 Xerneas with a Geomancy move, do I have any? Yeah, with a Geomancy fast move and Moonblast. Geomancy is a legacy move, but yeah, you could definitely solo this with level 20, especially if you're going up against the double dragon like Dragon Tail, Dragon Claw. Could you solo with like a Crunch as well? Crunch will be a little bit harder. You might have to dodge or re-lobby, but should be, yeah, especially in cloudy. Now, I'm talking about with level 20. Obviously, if you have a max team, this is an easy solo. All right, so now let's go over some of the top Pokemon you can use, starting with the Megas. I always forget to include this one, but it looks like the top Pokemon to use will probably be Mega Gardevoir. Where is Gardevoir? Yeah, Mega Gardevoir is probably the best one with Charm and Dazzling Gleam. It's gonna boost your partner's fairies. It does more damage than the other. I think it's the only fairy Mega that's out. I don't think there's another one. Maybe I think there is another one you could possibly use. What's the name of it? But it's not gonna do much damage. Gardevoir just way better. Is the other fairy you could use, but I would not recommend using this one. Is Mega Altaria. It evolves into a fairy type. But yeah, I just use Gardevoir. Gardevoir is way better. You could also use Mega Diancie if you have one. I don't even think I've evolved mine. Yeah, I'm saving the energy. But yeah, it's not as good because I think the only fast move, fast move you have to use is tackling. Yeah, tackle. It doesn't have a fairy fast move, so that's why Gardevoir is better. But that's just Mega Diancie. Another Mega you could use is not going to boost your partner's Pokemon. Is just a Mega Alakazam if you want to use that, because it does do a lot of damage with counter and Dazzling Gleam if you have one. I think that's a legacy move though. Are they both legacy? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're both legacy. So if you have a double legacy Alakazam with counter, Dazzling, but like I said, it's not gonna boost your teammates' Pokemon, so it's kind of not worth using. I'd rather use Diancie or Gardevoir. So those are the only three Megas we're gonna go over. Ooh, I guess we'll catch this Pikachu in the middle of this video. Next, we'll go over some of the top Shadow Fairies you could use. Sorry, let me get out of the screen. Shadow and Fairy to beat this thing. Obviously, Shadow Gardevoir with Charm and Dazzling Gleam. It's probably the best counter besides the non-mega counter. And someone else you could also use is Shadow Granbull if you have one. I don't think I have one. Well, I do have one. I just haven't powered it up. But you want Charm, Play Rough. It's a little... I think it not being psychic like Gardevoir makes it a little bit better. It doesn't do as much damage, but it's a little bulkier against the dark moves compared to Shadow Gardevoir. Okay, is there any other Shadow Fairies? If you have this, Shadow Ninetales, Alolan Ninetales, I don't have either one. But yeah, you can use Charm, Dazzling Gleam on an Alolan Ninetales is pretty decent. I think that's it. Oh, Shadow, is this thing a fairy? Yeah, it is. Shadow Mawile, do I have one of those? Oh, I do have one. Do you want Play Rough and Fairy Wind? This is just, if you have one, you could also use that. As far as fairies go, I think that's it for the fairies. Now, we'll go over some of the legendary fairies you could use. Let's see, legendary and fairy. Obviously, I talked about this one for sure. Geomancy Moonblast. Like I said, you could probably do solo Guzzlord with a level 21 in cloudy weather. Is there any other legendary fairies we have? Is this thing a fairy? No. Oh yeah, Zacian. Where is Zacian? You can use Zacian, but you would need one with You have to use quick attack and play rough. It's decent. Is there any other legendary fairies? I think that's it. There's just really not that many fairy types. Like, so you can use fighting, but fairy's just better. I guess this is another Pokemon you could use. It's not a fairy type, but it is a circuitry with Thunder Shock and Dazzling Gleam. It is going to hit really hard. It's one of the top 10 counters, so if that's all your options, then yeah, you can use that as well. I think that's it for the legendary Pokemon. Now we'll just go over the regular fairies. Oh, this is in cloudy weather. Let me turn this off. Okay, now we'll just go over like the non-fairy legendary, non-legendary. So we went over this. Oh, this is another Pokemon you could use. Is this just neutral damage? Oh, it is weak to it. Okay. Another Pokemon you could use is, before we go over the fairies, is you can just throw a Rayquaza. This thing is single weak to Dragon, and Rayquaza is just amazing, especially if like you and your partners are all using Mega Rayquaza. Yeah, then I recommend it. If, like, let's say you have windy weather, you could probably use Mega Rayquaza. It's not as good as Gardevoir, but it's solid. You just gotta watch out for Dragon Tail, Dragon Claw. But if you're going up against like the dark moves or Sludge Bomb, then yeah, Mega Boost is better. I mean, the Mega Rayquaza is basically a primal, so you don't even have to use it in the raid. You can just go in, put it in the end of your battle party, and have it boost if people happen to be using dragons. But everyone's gonna be using fairies. At least they should be. Okay, so now that we finished going over that, let's go over some of the other non-fairy types. Yeah, this thing is surprising because it's so weak. It's weak to Ice, Bug, Fighting, and Dragons. At least single weak, but just the double weakness is so powerful. But I think the issue is we just don't have that many good fairy types. Okay, so we got Togekiss with Charm. Dazzling Gleam is one of the top fairies we could use. Granbull, we went over the Shadow one, same thing. Oh, not Espeon. Wait. Yeah, Granbull, Charm, Play Rough. Let's see. Sylveon we saw earlier. You can use Sylveon as well. This thing, I have a hundo. Charm, Dazzling Gleam is gonna do okay, and then Primarina. If you have that, where's Primarina? I don't think I have one. Yeah, I haven't evolved one. I don't even have a. I don't even have the baby form. Ooh, this is one you could use. Tapu Koko. Where's my Koko at? I think I have a hundo somewhere. Yeah, with Quick Attack, Dazzling Gleam is decent. And then, is this thing a fairy? Yeah, Rapidash, Galarian Rapidash. I do have one. With Fairy Wind, Play Rough. It's a psychic type, so the dark moves will be neutral damage, I think. I'm pretty sure. This thing's not a fairy. So yeah, then, do I have this? I don't think I have this Pokemon. Let's see if I do have one. No, I don't have one, which is the Florges. I guess we'll also talk about this Pokemon. We could use this as well. Mega Latias. If you want to just use Latias with Charm, and you'd go with Charm, and what's the other move? Outrage. Yeah, Charm, Outrage. It's not gonna boost any of your fairy Pokemon, but if your partners are using dragon moves, you could do that as well. Just there's so many good dragons, but like I said, it all depends on what weather you have. If you have windy, you could use dragons. If you have cloudy, you're still going to use fairies. If you have rain, you could maybe use bugs, but I don't recommend bugs. Or if you have snow. Alright, like I said, this is an easy raid boss. If you just go in with, like, most people can solo this thing, whereas the Guzzlord. But it is the first time getting shiny, so the good news about Guzzlord, it's not like most raid bosses where you need at least 2 really strong accounts to take them down. This thing, you don't even need to be that strong yourself. You just have, like, level 30 Pokemon, level 40 Pokemon, easy solo. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video and it helps you out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.